Well, learn how to solve them, learn how to check, and then identify if there's any extraneous solutions, and therefore there could possibly be no solution, there possibly be one solution, sometimes there's two solutions. Also just like the steps, you know, as far as getting rid of the radical, well not getting rid of the radical first, but first isolating the radical, then getting rid of the radical, then just solving it as if it's a regular like two-step or one-step equation.
Okay.
Alright, next.
So do you think we should add something else to it, or you think kind of using a PowerPoint would be good?
I think the PowerPoint's good. I'm curious as like how specifically the instruction, like how are we going to show them, like what technique are we going to like show them to like actually, you know, solve radical equations? Is it going to be like, you know, hey, do this, do that?
Right, so the students can actually see.
Do you want to let any of them like come up and actually use the technology, actually write on them? Can we engage them that way? Or?
Yeah, we could do that. We can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question, like as we're facilitating the lesson, what kind of facilitating questions could be asked? Okay. And I think, like for example, you mentioned the inverse operation. So like facilitating would be okay. So right now we've done this step, we've done that step. Say for example we have 2x on one side of the equation. What's that operation right there? Well, 2x is 2 times x. What's the inverse operation? Okay, and then next, oh okay, division. And that's facilitating like, okay, this is the next step. You know, also I think a good facilitating question would be like to say, well, the overall goal of this whole procedure is to solve for x, right? So at the end of the day, you want x all by itself on one side of the equation, everything else on the other side of the equation, right? Hopefully it's a nice, neat number for the most part. We have easy examples, so that should be. But I think questions like that, okay, so what do you do next? All right, you gotta isolate the radical. After this, what do you do? Okay, the answer, you got to get rid of the radical. After this, you got to do the inverse operation. And so them seeing what all the inverse operations are, and just kind of us guiding them, but not telling them what the next operation is, but guiding them to that point will facilitate the whole lesson and facilitate the whole procedure, I think.
And also